This is basically like a frozen custard. If you heard the term before, this is the classic or the old style ice cream. Okay. Yes, you can make ice cream without an ice cream maker. Yes, you can just mix whipped cream and condensed milk, which I'm gonna show you. You'll come up with an ice cream. Pero medyo may difference sa texture. Yun yung difference. So tomorrow you get to try churned and no churned ice cream. Okay? Then you get to see them. Ang technique dito kasi, we're gonna start off. We'll talk about some of the ingredients first. Syempre, sponsor namin. I know you can try doing the all-purpose cream, but the problem is sometimes is that yung mga ganon, mas mababa ang fat content. So with ice cream, go ahead and have a seat. Okay. Magdidemo lang ako. So with the ice cream, whipping cream, the reason I prefer whipping cream like this because you do need to check yung fat content. Right? Now read the label. It usually says either total fat or what. Dapat nasa 35 to 36%. Right? It makes a difference. That's why I don't, you can use the Alaska all-purpose cream and all that. Pero hindi pareho yung lalabas. Alright? Now, Arla, sabi ko nga, sorry, ang training ko kasi as a pastry chef, hindi low fat. Yeah. Hindi talaga. So, it's full cream, pati milk. I prefer also full milk, full cream milk. Right? Better than using yung low fat. Tsaka ngayon, next time, hinati ko na lang yung vanilla bean. Obviously, if you want more specks or more flavor in your vanilla ice cream, go ahead and use the whole wheat chocolate base. Alright? Because everything's pre-measured, so don't worry. So, like in the middle, spread your vanilla bean. Use the back of your knife. Syempre, what you get is the seeds, right? So we're gonna put that there. In the flavor, because by the time, you know, baking is a science. Cooking, you can get away with not measuring, but baking is a chemical reaction ng product. So here we have milk, 1.5. Hindi ko makita. 1.5 from the fridge because we can't store it. This is 2/3 cup, so we're gonna put half of it down first in the smaller bowl. That way you don't get shells, right? To make the meringue for the baked Alaska tomorrow. Maybe in a bowl first.
Yeah.
If you have egg, tsaka if you have a shell, if you have to remove something on the, it's easier to do it with the shell.
Yeah.
Kasi it attaches, it's easier. Just remove it. That's
So
fine.
just that part.
Yeah.
Even for yung parang
Yeah.
blood.
Kaya pag made blood, usually I don't.
Wag na lang.
I don't. Although they say naman, sinasabihin ako ng kasama mo sa house, sabi niya, ate, okay lang yun. Sabi ko, ako kasi especially for baking, maybe that's just me, but I don't want to. But,
So discard na lang pagka para safe.
para safe. Parang di ba, parang I'm not Jewish or anything, but I don't want to eat blood in my Alright. In here, salt kasi, alam mo, kahit anong sabihin nyo, even if it's sweet, the salt makes it taste better. So, sugar. Medyo nadidinig ko na siya. Need a whisk. We're basically just mixing the yolks and the sugar. We're not gonna make volume or we're not gonna... When we churn it, it'll still come out okay. Medyo mas forgiving siya kaysa sa ibang flavors. Alright, if you wanted to add fruit, I would try like the durian that you said. Try it putting it at this point. Put some of the pulp in. okay din yung may chunks ka makukuha later on. Diba when you do the durian and then maybe later on pag yung pagtapos na yung ice cream, you can at this point kasi the vanilla
Parang ang sarap ng durian.
Sarap.
diba? Sabi niya kasi ginawa na niya eh. So at this point you can add flavors, okay? You can add like strawberries. You can add ube, you know, at this point. That's why I'm saying at this vanilla muna, plain muna. Now, if you're doing all the other flavors, you don't have to put the vanilla bean. Ito kasi, kaya itong vanilla bean, dahil it's vanilla ice cream. But if you were gonna do strawberry, ayan o, medyo nagbo-boil na siya. You can see the smoke, diba?
Smoke na.
Put in, this is tempering your eggs, right? So you slowly drizzle in the hot milk or, you know, cream. Alright. Be kind to yourself. So kung medyo, ano, yung sa inyo kasi may ano naman, may silicone. So, give yourself a little time. Just keep on whisking. You don't want to cook your eggs, alright? Nahalo, okay na yan. Ito yung surface. Ganda ng kulay, di ba? Mukhang vanilla talaga. It looks like French vanilla ice cream, right? Medyo konting patience. You have to keep on stirring. Right. And as I said, don't put it like in the super mainit na temperature. Okay, what we're trying to achieve at this point is cooking the eggs. So, one, to be safe. And then two, also to making a custard. Because this is basically going to be frozen custard ice cream. So, when you're making the custard, you give yourself time, and then we're going to cook it to the point when it's, the French call it nappe. Nappe meaning to say, coats the back of the spoon. Right? If you see the term na coats the back of the spoon, ano yun? I'll show you. Because it becomes to a point when it's thick. Like right now, hindi pa siya thick. Pag ginawa ko yan, medyo magtithick na. Let me grab the spoon. Hindi pa. It's not that thick. Parang may bubbles kasi. Hindi pa siya nagko-coat, diba? You're supposed to be able to run your finger when it's coating it already. Run your finger and it stays clean. Ito, that's just bubbles. So that's basically what you're looking for. That's how thick you want your custard. At this point, I said it's easy to overcook your eggs, right? So this is the point where this is the technique that I'm trying to impart to you, okay? That's why you do this first. Hopefully, if you overcook it, that's fine. It'll still come out okay. But hopefully you won't have the same problem when we do the chocolate. Because the chocolate is basically the same procedure. You're still gonna cook, you're still gonna make a custard. The only difference is it already has the chocolate in it, right? So you have two chances.
So usually the success rate for vanilla is?
It's okay, di ba? Like I had a patient, ay chef, nakalimutan ko lagay nito. I'm mas forgiving siya eh. Tapos yung iba, nag-curdle, halatang-halata mo nag-curdle kasi buo-buo dun sa ilalim. Sabi ko, okay lang yan, okay lang yan. Yung una nga parang inisip ko, pakulitin ko kaya. It still came out okay. At the end of it all, sabi ko, okay. Sabi ko, you just have to be a little bit patient kasi nga, I don't want to crank it up too high, the heat. Kasi, you know, if this is the first time you're doing this, you want to give yourself a little time. You'll see the difference. Medyo the bubbles are gonna be, mawala siya ng konti, ganyan, medyo magiging smooth siya. At this point, I tried coffee. So I did coffee, espresso powder here, and then I added a little bit of Kahlua. But if you want, the alcohol doesn't bother you, you can add the Kahlua later on when it's cool already after it cooks. Siyempre, pag ninuluto mo ganito, mag-burn off yung alcohol. That also lessens the flavor. So I did coffee,
About
I did...
coffee, how many like teaspoons of?
I would say, ano ba ginawa ko? For this recipe, I think I did 1 tablespoon of coffee. And then I added the Kahlua. The one I did earlier yesterday, I did this and I did it, I made a rum raisin Favorite kasi ng pamilya ko ang rum raisin eh. So yung rum raisin naman, yung sultanas, the golden raisins, I soaked it overnight in rum and then just made the usual like this vanilla ice cream. And then at the end, after it churned, pag medyo buo na siya, parang soft serve na siya, then I added the rum and the raisins. Kasi trinay ko na I cooked the raisins in the rum, hindi mo malasahan yung rum.
So, soak lang.
So, oo, soak lang yung rum. So, may konting rum siya. Inisip ko, baka mag-ano, kasi di ba alcohol doesn't freeze. So, inisip ko baka mag-ano, ayan o, medyo nagpo-post na, di ba? That's what you want. Ayan, nagpo-order na. Ayan na. Daldal ko kasi.
Parang masarap ng rum raisin.
So, we just put this through a strainer. Ayan o. See, I'll show you what it looks like when it's curdled. Ayan o. Nag-curdle yung sa dulo. So, that's how it... But, it's still okay. Most of the naman hindi yung curdle. Yung nasa baba lang. But, it's okay. That's why you pass it through the strainer.
Bango.
Kahit anong ice cream maker pa yung nagamit nyo, hindi siya magiging ice cream. So, it's always, your base should always be really cold. That's why tomorrow pa natin gagawin yung chocolate. It's an ice bath. Just to the point to cool down the mixture. You don't have to do it like this. If you're just doing this at home and you want to, kunyari hindi ka naman nagmamadali, you can go ahead and just cover it with a plastic wrap. It has to be touching the top of the custard. Because if it's not touching the top of the custard and you just put it on top, it's basically magpo-form siya ng skin. Alright? You don't want that skin. So, we're just gonna bring in some ice. Sorry, Ronaldin.
And put it in the
But you can put it in a freezer, but of course you can't put something really hot inside the freezer. So you can let it cool for a little bit. That's why we'll make the chocolate and then I'll have you cover it and then we leave it out in room temp first. Para you get to see both ways. You know, so kaya bukas pa natin i-churn yung chocolate. Ito, today natin i-churn. And then it will sit in the freezer and then you'll get it tomorrow. We'll have a little ice cream party before we go to make the surrounding. So basically that's it. We're just gonna wait until it cools. I'm gonna let Ronaldin take care of it. So when you cover your chocolate base later, or even your vanilla, sorry, papasok pa natin. It has to be touching hanggang dun sa sides, ha? It's touching. Then we're gonna put this. Parang kaya ba? Kaya. Even if you have the classic, the tilts, the head that tilts. Kahit ito, I'm not sure if this is the one or this. Let's see. Alright. The ice cream attachment needs to be in the freezer overnight, at least. Alright? So, frozen yan. There's water. If you look at it, there's water here. So, that's why it freezes. This is our vanilla base.
This is the one you made.
Yeah. See how thick it is now? Because, Alright. Then, this is the part of the attachment. Dito ako nahihirapan. Ronaldin. Check-on ko. Okay. So, it has A and B. So, A goes first inside pag ganun, papasok dito. So that's where it attaches. Okay. And then the paddle. I have to see if it's aligned. easier actually.
I'll give you this later on. Bigyan na lang natin sa ano. Mas madali mag-transfer na may spout. Sayang, pag natapon. This will be exactly 1 quart.
Then,
So, bigyan natin sila ng...
hindi lang ganito. Sure.
Tigit-tigisa sila. So, we're gonna start from there. Huwag masyadong mabili. Ay, hindi pala. Ito muna. Kasi I'm gonna make a mess if I start it. Just pour your base in. Sayang. Natuto na nga ako. Dati hindi ako nagsisimot eh. So, napagalitan ako ng business partner. Ano ba? Sayang. Ang tsaga mo magsimot. Start it on low. This will take, not too fast. Hindi naman.
You're on 4?
2. That's fine. That's fine. Don't want it on 6. Don't want it not too fast. The reason being, you want it to have time. I know, if you look at the sides, I don't know if you can see, the sides are starting to form already. It's starting to freeze, diba? So the reason when it churns, which is called churning, the reason that smooth yung ice cream, kasi dahan-dahan siya nag-freeze. Hindi siya isang boom blast. Alright? There's another Italian dessert that we call granita. Alright. Yun naman, you really want the ice crystals. So yun naman, kaya pinapasok mo siya, i-scrape mo yung top kasi you want the ice crystals to form. Ito, ice cream, slowly. So this will take about 7 minutes, I would say. And then after that, and then, okay. So decide, if you guys want to try the KitchenAid today, the rest of you can do it tomorrow. Kasi, mas mabilis. Pwede rin naman na i-slice mo yung mango, i-crush mo siya, yung parang pass it through a sieve. And then, pag naluto na yung egg, doon mo ihalo. Diba? Pwede rin yun. Oo, mas maglalasa yun. Kaya you can try it out, different flavors.
Nag-try din ako, chef, ng peach.
Yung ano niya eh.
Although naghalo ako ng konti, nagbawas ako ng milk, naghalo ako ng konti ng syrup from the peaches.
Para mas malasa. Why not? Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. If you have the basic know-how, and then you can go ahead and try to experiment on the flavors. See the difference? It's starting, diba? You start, it's not liquid anymore. It's starting to form, right? So it just takes a little more time. But yun na nga. The thing is with the kitchen. Diba? Oh! Ice cream. Diba? So, not bad, diba? It's malambot pa siya. But then it's not naman, it's still, you wanna try? Bigyan mo sila ng mga teaspoon para matikman lang nila. At this point.
You can see the vanilla. No?
You can see this is half of a bean.
Yeah.
You can get away with doing that, but of course, if you're splurging, diba?
Sarap.
Diba? If you like it again tomorrow, diba? Pag talagang frozen na siya. Pero lasang-lasa mo siyang vanilla. And my parents' ice cream was like this. So if you wanted to, I won't for this, but you can do, let's make you guys vanilla. But tomorrow or now, if you wanted to do chocolate swirls or raspberry. If you wanted to do nuts, meron akong nuts. Okay. Mix-ins lang tayo ngayon. We didn't flavor it, so. Okay. Go ahead, set it up. Get your sila sa gelato maker. Sakto siya, 1/4, di ba?
Cabbage.